And good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Ultimate Dirt TV for the AcesUp Sim Sports 410 Wings Sprint Car Series. Tonight we come to you live from the Williams Grove Speedway here in Mechanicsburg, Pennsylvania, and a field, and a solid field by the way, of 16 drivers signing into the pit area for tonight. We'll see 2 heat races, 10 laps. The distance for both of those heat races, we've got qualifying, almost getting ready to wrap up here. 2 heat races, 10 laps. Everybody going to go to the show. There'll be a 5-minute warm-up session followed by our 35-lap A main event. Again, we welcome you in. Normally, KR Stolfus and Turn 3 Racing Network has the coverage and the call for this one, but he's got some other stuff that he has to take care of first, so that allows us to step into the booth here in Ultimate Dirt TV, and we get set for what is heat race number 1. Heat number 1 lining up like this. Tanner Pettit, after going quick time, will start the 24 machine from position number 1 to the outside of the front row. The 86 of Timothy Smith lines up out of position number 2. We go back to row number 2, inside and outside. Inside in the 11 car from position number 3. That'll be Kenny Hoffman. To the outside, the 9 entry of Tanner Miller lines up out of position number 4. Dylan Aylor lines up the 92 machine from position number 5. The 84 of Bryce Hohenstein lines up to the outside from position number 6. Then we go back to your 4th and final row on the inside from position number 7. Car number 6 of Scott Thomason. And to the outside, Cody Bodie lines up the 1 machine. He'll start from position number 8. Heat race number 1 of 2. Here at the Williams Grove Speedway in Mechanicsburg, Pennsylvania, waiting for what is going to be your field. There they are, just waiting up behind, about to line up behind the iRacing.com official pace truck. We're waiting for Tanner Pettit, Timothy Smith, and Kenny Hoffman to get their backsides, track sides. There is Kenny Hoffman and Tanner Pettit simultaneously will get to the grid, and there goes Timothy Smith. So we've got our 8 cars here for feature heat race number 1. Let's take a look at the Timothy Smith car. We've got a good shot of this one. I don't have a good shot of it, but oh, there we go. Now watch this, ready? And bada boom, bada bang, just like that. There we go. Nice little shot there of Timothy Smith in the 86 car. So heat race number 1 getting ready to roll away here at the Williams Grove Speedway. Again, heat race number 1 going to line up on the inside of tonight's feature event. Safety car about to move infield. No, not just yet. So we'll send him around one more time. So I'll come to the 1 to green signal. And again, the race is going to be on the leader of turn number 4. So Tanner Pettit. So just to recap the qualifying results, Tanner Pettit went quick time with a 17.419, a tenth and a half quick almost. Back to Josh Whiteman with a 17.556, Timothy Smith with a 17.584, Tyler Shell 17.630, Kenny Hoffman 17.633, Aiden Forster, Tanner Miller, Ty Schoblock, Dylan Aylor, and Wyatt Schuhart, your top 10, Bryce Hohenstein, Ashton Mueller, Scott Thomason, Connor Dudek, Cody Bodie, and Chase Stewart for the 16 cars in qualifying here tonight. Again, 2 heats split into 8 as they'll work it down into turn number 3 and 4. We'll see what we can do. Cheering on Tanner Miller. All right, let's go. Heat number 1 for the AcesUp Sim Sports 410 Wings Sprint Car Series here at Williams Grove Speedway. So they work it down into 1 and 2. Kenny Hoffman going to quickly move into position number 2, but Timothy Smith has something to say about that, and Smith goes back to the outside. Smith and Hoffman work top and bottom. Timothy Smith is going to reclaim the runner-up position. Hoffman now going to slide it to the middle of the raceway, right in the middle of turn number 1 and 2. Leave a lane for the 86 car of Timothy Smith. Back to work into the outside, down into turn number 3. Now Hoffman will slide up in front of, Hoffman going to slide up in front of Smith, and now it's Smith's turn to throw the slider back on Hoffman down into 1 and 2. Hoffman with a run under the bridge down the back straightaway to complete lap number 3 here for Tanner Pettit. Timothy Smith back to the cushion. He goes, run up near the guardrail, down the front straightaway. Meanwhile, Tanner Miller going to battle it out with Dylan Aylor and Cody Bodie for positions number 4, 5 and 6. But the battle right now is on for the minor placing. Smith and Hoffman. Smith once again has got it. Driving away from Hoffman now, watching Miller in the 9 car. Still holding on to position number 4, right exactly where he started. So as it stands, only just 2 positional changes. Cody Bodie from 8 to 6 and Bryce Hohenstein from 6 to 8. Everybody else is exactly where they started in heat race number 1. Here comes Aylor now with a run, but you look at Bodie to the inside of the 1 car, trying to move forward here in heat race number 1. He started dead last in the field. There'll be 4 laps left to run, so 2 miles around Williams Grove Speedway. Half a mile in distance for 1 lap, and it's Tanner Pettit who has got 7/10 of a second lead over Timothy Smith. And I got to say, Smith looked pretty good there in the 1 and 2. It closed up to nearly 5/10 of a second, but look at it open up now. It got out to nearly a 1 second advantage. Oh, Hoffman got a huge piece of the guardrail. Yeah, absolutely, Brady. 4/10s here at the Grove. Aylor to the inside on Miller. They'll bang wheels off for turn number 2. Here comes Bodie with a run now. Bodie trying to get a run on the outside into turn number 3 and 4. Bodie's got it. He got by Dylan Aylor in the 92 car. Now sets his sights on the 9 car of Tanner Miller. There'll be a lap and a half to go down the back straightaway. Tanner Pettit into turn number 3 and 4. White flag is out, 1 lap left to go. He was quickest in qualifying. He had over a 10th and a half there on Timothy Smith in qualifying times. 3 and 4, Smith closes in. But the checkered flag is going to come out, and Tanner Pettit is victorious here in heat race number 1. He'll start on pole with your 35 lap A main event. Second, we'll go to Timothy Smith. Third at the line is going to be Kenny Hoffman. I'll wait for the official results to come up on your screen, as they will right now. So, Tanner Pettit gets the win from Timothy Smith, Kenny Hoffman to make up your top 3. Just less than a second separating those top 3 drivers. Back to Tanner Miller in 4th. Cody Bodie to round out your top 5. Dylan Aylor, Scott Thomason and Bryce Hohenstein in the 84 to make up the 8 drivers in heat race number 1. Heat number 2, they'll line up like this. Josh Whiteman in the 24 machine will go from the pole position. And on the outside of the front row, the 85 entry of Tyler Scholl lines up out of position number 2. Position number 3 with the 20 car of Aidan Forster. And then we go back to the outside for position number 4 in car number 17. That's Ty Schoberlock. Position number 5 with the 1 car of Wyatt Schuhart. On the inside of the 3rd row to the outside in the 5 car from position number 6. That is Ashton Mealer. We go back to your 4th and final row. Connor Dudek in the 7 car will roll off out of position number 7. And Chase Stewart in car number 40 will go to the outside of the 4th row from position number 8. Excuse me, just had to mute the mic. I was still having coughing fits. All right. Heat race number 2. They get the wonder green signal. Beautiful overview of this wonderful facility here in Mechanicsburg, Pennsylvania. The field is rack stacked and ready to roll. Josh Wyman in the 24. 2 and the current iRacing world champions. Tyler Schell, Aidan Forster. Aidan Forster, your new world champion. Tyler Schell picked it up, I want to say 2, maybe 3 seasons ago. I think it was 2 seasons ago, because then it was Cameron Merriman, I think. All right, here we go. Heat race number 2 is green with Josh Whiteman bringing us to the green flag. And look at the world champion and former world champion of Forster and Shell. Oh no, Shell going to go around. No cautions in the heat, so we'll keep it green. So Shell and Showblock going to have to do it the hard way from position number 14 and 16 in tonight's A main event. And Shell, gee, when things go from bad to worse, watching Schuhart and Miller work bottom and top through turn number 1 and 2. Miller with a run on the outside there to check up, and you see the front end just dig into the ground. That means he got off the gas and on the brakes. Your leader is Whiteman after lap number 2. We continue on here at the Williams Grove Speedway, still working. Justin, appreciate the 100 stars, brother. Thank you very much. The 40 car Chase Stewart got the 7 entry of Connor Dudek. Trying to get by. This is for positions number 5 and 6. Again, no heat races. No B mains here tonight. Just the 2 heat races on the program for this evening. Watching your iRacing current world champion of Aiden Forster. Close in on the back of that 24 entry of Josh Whiteman. Half race distance, 5 down and 5 to run. Whiteman must know that the 20 car is coming. He goes to the inside, but Whiteman too good on the exit of turn number 2 and down the back straightaway. Into 3 and 4 we go one more time. 4 laps, 2 miles around Williams Grove Speedway. You can see both Whiteman and Forster getting a little loose there on the exit of turn number 4, but this battle for the race lead is starting to heat up right now. Can Whiteman hold on and start on the outside of the front row alongside Tanner Pettit? Or will Tanner Pettit's teammate Aiden Forster take that opportunity away from Whiteman? He'll go down to the inside, and new race leader off for turn number 2. Forster's got to the race lead here with just 2 laps left to run as they come off turn number 4. Right rear bangs up against the guardrail. Brings in the 24 of Whiteman once again. The right rear in the marbles. And again, these drivers, speaking to them last night and also last week, they're having to chase the moisture in the sprint car. Just makes it a little bit more interesting. Wyatt Schuhart got Ashton Miller. Oh, Miller rides up over the right rear there of Schuhart. White flag is out, 1 to go. So your top 6, Aiden Forster, Josh Whiteman, Wyatt Stewart, Ashton Miller, Connor Dudek, and Chase Stewart. Of course, Shell and Showblock. Well, Shell on the racetrack still. He decided to come back out, and rightfully so. Going to make sure that he's going to start in position number 14. Showblock finishing back in the pit area. So no consolation race here this evening. We'll go straight to a 5-minute warm-up session. So heat race number 2, results coming up on screen. Aiden Forster in the 20 car will get the win in heat race number 2. Josh Whiteman home in 2nd position. Wyatt Stewart back to 3rd, followed closely by Ashton Miller in 4th. To round out your top 5 was Connor Dudek. Then the final 3 drivers, Chase Stewart home in 6th, Tyler Shell in 7th, and then Ty Showblock finishing back in the pits, back in position number 8. All right, we'll take an opportunity right now to step aside here on Ultimate Dirt TV. We'll come back, we'll pay some bills, and get ready for your 35-lap A main event on the other side of these quick commercial breaks.
iRacing is a sim racing game that combines a true-to-life racing experience with an online community of virtual racing enthusiasts all around the globe. iRacing offers a multitude of officially licensed cars and tracks, laser scanned with millimeter accuracy. The car models and mechanical systems are based on real-world physics, engineered in cooperation with manufacturers and racing teams. Our skill license system ranges from rookie to pro, ensuring members are always pitted against those with similar skill sets. Members are able to sign up for a weekly racing series, compete in time trials, host a private race with friends, and participate in racing leagues created and run by the community. With over 200,000 members, iRacing works in partnership with renowned motorsports organizations like NASCAR to deliver virtual races based on the real-life NASCAR Cup Series, as well as many other series on the NASCAR ladder. iRacing also features team racing, providing a variety of options for members to create and manage their own teams, race with friends or real-world teammates in full-length endurance events like the 24 Hours of Daytona, Spa 24, or the Bathurst 12-Hour. Participate in solo races, championship seasons, and hosted and league events with AI Racing. With a rapidly expanding catalog of 70-plus cars and 85-plus tracks from real-world racing series, test your abilities with challenging computer-based competition. Additional partners include IMSA, the World of Outlaws, and Supercars, allowing members to participate in their very own Bathurst 1000, Chili Bowl, Sebring 12-Hour, and many more iconic events. This is iRacing, delivering the most authentic racing experience short of getting into a real race car. Sign up today at iRacing.com.
And we are back here on Ultimate Dirt TV, coverage of the AcesUp Sim Sports 410 Wings Sprint Car Series here tonight from Mechanicsburg, Pennsylvania, as we get set for your A main event. Good evening, race fans. Brett Wheeler with you for the call as we get set for this feature event. Okay, whew. I thought I'd done a little boo-boo. All right, here we go. Main event time. Let's take a look at your starting lineup. Tanner Pettit starts on pole position in car number 24. To the outside of the front row, the 20 car of Aidan Forster lines up at position number 2. Row number 2 inside from position number 3, the 86 of Timothy Smith. To the outside, the 24 of Josh Whiteman from position number 4. Your third row on the inside out of position number 5 in car number 11. That'll be Kenny Hoffman. To the outside from position number 6, it's the 1 car of Wyatt Schuhart. Row 4, your inside and outside starters from position number 7. It's going to be the 9 car of Tanner Miller. To the outside out of position number 8, it's the 5 entry of Ashton Miller. Row 5, inside and outside, the 9 car. The 9 starting position will be the 1 car of Cody Bodie. To the outside from 10, it's the 7 entry of Connor Dudek. Your 6th row will look like this. Dylan Aylor in the 92 car starts position number 11, and the 40 entry of Chase Stewart will start from position number 12. Row 7, your second last row from position number 13. It's the 6 entry of Scott Thomason from 14, the 85 car of Tyler Shell. And we look at your 8th and final row. Bryce Hohenstein in the 84 car starts position number 15, and Ty Schoberlock in the 17 starts position number 16. Apologies, Ty Schoberlock will start the 17 from position number 16. Man, this cough just does not want to go away anytime soon, and it is a real inconvenience. All right, here we go. A main time, 35 laps on the board. Who will take out the AcesUp Sim Sports 410 Wing Sprint Car Series from Williams Grove Speedway? It's time to find out. Tanner Pettit, Aidan Forster. Again, that is your front row. Timothy Smith, Josh Whiteman, Kenny Hoffman, Wyatt Schuhart, Tanner Miller, Ashton Miller, Cody Bodie, Connor Dudek. That's your top 10. Dylan Aylor, Chase Stewart, Scott Thomason, Tyler Shell, Bryce Hohenstein, Ty Schoberlock. Your 16 drivers. Ladies and gentlemen, we are live for 35 here at the Williams Grove Speedway. So work it down into turn number 1 and 2 for the first of 35 times around Williams Grove Speedway. Look out, it comes Whiteman and Hoffman will go at it side by side. Miller going to the inside now, and Whiteman trying to pick up a couple of positions. Oh boy, Wyatt Schuhart. And we could be going yellow, we will be. Not just yet, no iRacing caution being thrown. Dudek coming through in that 7 car. So the iRacing caution, the iRacing gods have decided not to throw the yellow, which means we are still green. Now the yellow will come out. All right, let's have a look at all this. Okay, I'm just having a look at that. That's just nothing that the pair could do. Give me a minute. We're just going to bring this up. We're going to look at this. All right, guys, just having a look at that. To be honest, that just looks more like a little bit of a racing deal between two drivers. By the time the contact was made, one driver sort of moving down just a little bit. The other one had quite a fair bit of grip to run through. I don't think that car altered his line at any stage. So, yeah, I'm just going to rule that one as a racing deal, and you guys can just line up where iRacing tells you to. All right, so just dealing with the race control situation. Hobbsy, how are you, mate? So, Tanner Pettit and Aidan Forster. It's going to lead us back to the green flag. The lights should be out on the safety car. They are. And again, these drivers do have one fast repair that they are allowed to use. Pettit, Forster, and Smith. 1, 2, and 3. How far can Tyler Shell get through the field? He's going to restart in 9th position. So we're back underway in tonight's A-main event. It's going to see Aidan Forster going to put the move there to the inside of his teammate Tanner Pettit as they work into 3 and 4. But Pettit too good on the top side of the racetrack. Kenny Hoffman now trying to make a run for it on the inside, looking to pick up 1 and 2 more positions. They work it through 1 and 2. Hoffman to the inside of Smith, but Smith with a run back around the outside of the 11 cars. They work it down into turn number 3. Again, a number of different lines being utilised here. Hoffman with a run on the inside. 3 wide, they go down the front straight away. Hoffman has found something on the low side of turn number 3 and 4. Smith to the outside of Aiden Forster in car number 20. Look at the different lines being used. Middle, there's a top, there's a bottom. Some drivers trying to use a cut down line. Hoffman closing in on the race leader off of turn number 2. Pettit on the outside in the 24. Hoffman on the inside. Hoffman's got the run down into turn number 3. It's all about whether he can get the moisture off turn number 4. That he does not do. And Tanner Pettit fights off the 11 car of Kenny Hoffman. Now Timothy Smith closing in. Tyler Shell almost moving up through the field inside of a top 5 position. And that 85 car is lightning quick here in this feature event in the opening 6. Make it 7 laps. Hoffman on the inside of your race leader, Tanner Pettit. It's still Tanner Pettit at the line, but in the middle of 1 and 2, we will go yellow. We've got a couple of cars around, I think. Dylan Aylor in the 92 and Wyatt Schuhart. All right. So I'm just going to mute the sounds and go to the track cinematic. All right, after the review of the caution, the iRacing 1 car comes up into the 92 car. So we're going to rule that on Wyatt Schuhart, who will get an EOL. And then, again, I'm not going to add laps away. I'm not going to take laps away. Just roll around whenever you like and go back green, Chad. So there we go. Wyatt Schuhart being charged with the cause of the caution. Just comes up into... Now, let me just sort of paint this picture for you, because I can't really show you it now. Otherwise, I'd have to go back quite a few replays just to bring this one back up. But Wyatt Schuhart slides from the bottom in turn number 3. By the time they get to the middle of 3 and 4, he's nearly to the middle of the racetrack, and Dylan Aylor in the 92 car was already there. So... Again, that gets ruled on the 1 car. Let me just change something here, because let's bring that back down to that. Okay, just going to leave that at normal then. So we're just messing with the... Messing with the settings just a little bit. We're trying to just brighten this up a little bit. Alright, getting ready to come back racing. So you're not going to miss a single lap under green flag conditions. There we go. Back ready to go back racing here off turn number 4 as Tanner Pettit going to lead us back to the green with 27 to run. Again, Pettit going to be challenged here by Kenny Hoffman. Look at Cody Bode in the 1 car as well, holding on to a top 5. Timothy Smith back there to position number 3, trying a different line to what your top 2 are running as well. Tanner Pettit, he went back to use the cut down line, but Kenny Hoffman was right there, and boy, that was not close. That was not far at all. Time-wise, it was 3/1000th of a second, so there's not a whole lot of distance between first and second as Hoffman takes over the race lead. Meanwhile, down into 3 and 4 we go. Hoffman going to use the bottom side to his advantage, and he will lead what is lap number 10 of this 35-lap feature event. So 25 to go. Bodie, Miller, and Shell working for positions 5, 6, and 7. Then you'll go back to 8th place driver Connor Dudek in the 7 car just to the very right of your screen. Shell goes to the inside of Bodie. Bodie going to force the issue to get by Tanner Miller. Challenge coming for 2nd and 3rd position from Timothy Smith on Tanner Pettit. And watching that battle on the other screen happen right in front of us, watching Dudek trying to get by Stewart as Tyler Shell has found his way to position number 5. Dylan Aylor slow on the inside of the raceway there on the front straightaway. As long as he doesn't stop, it doesn't really matter what happens as long as the race stays under green flag conditions. Watching now Tanner Pettit, Timothy Smith. Smith to the low side, Smith to the high side, Tanner Pettit to the outside. It's gonna be Tanner Pettit at the line by what is 52 1,000th of a second. It's nothing in between Tanner Pettit, Timothy Smith. There's Kenny Hoffman looking to drive away from the rest of the field. Aidan Forster and Tyler Shell just biding their time back in position number 4 and 5 of those. Shell had to come from the 14th starting position, so he's +9 at the moment. And there he is in that 85 machine, closing in on Aidan Forster in that 20 car. Dudek in the 7, Bodie in the 1, Stewart in the 40 car, Ty Schoberlock in that 17 car. Now got Bryce Hollins starting in the 84, having a good look up on the inside. So there's your battle on for what is 10th and 11th position at the moment. At the start finish line, last time by it was 0.780 of a second, so just shy of 8/10 of a second. Now the gap is out to 9/10 as they come across the start finish line. And we are almost at half race distance. We're probably about a lap and a bit away from half race distance as they work it off for turn number 4. Smith again, Timothy Smith still trying to make it work on the top side, hoping that the bottom side is going to get worn out by most of the drivers. So again, you 3, make that 4 out of the top 5 is running the bottom side. So 17 to run. So we're past half race distance. We're on lap number 19 of this 35 lap main event. And you know what? Probably a good opportunity right now to go on board with the man that sits in 3rd place. No, we're not going to do that because we've got a caution out. All right, pretty clear, cut and dry on that one. So let's just bring the track cinematic back up. All right, after the review of the caution, the 40 car of Chase Stewart gets into the back of the 1 car, I believe it was, yes, Cody. So the 40 car is going to be ruled at fault for that one. Apologies for the other drivers that did get involved in that one, but Chase Stewart going to be ruled at fault for that one. All right, let's see if we can bring up that replay because I just want to show you guys is the reason how I and what I look at. Now you guys won't be able to you won't be able to see this while I'm making the decision. But just watch, just get into the back of the 1 car right there, and well, the onus does have to go back onto the driver that just tried to make the move. So Bodie gets turned around in the 1 car. Bryce Owen started in the 84 car involved. Thomason also involved as Stewart somehow gets through that one. So 16 to run. How do the Sacramento Kings lose to the Washington Wizards? Unreal. Unreal. And back underway, a main time for the AcesUp Sim Sports 410 Wing Sprint Car Series here from Williams Grove Speedway. We are about to have 15 laps remaining here tonight. Everybody seemed to be working it okay through the third and fourth turn. 15 to run, so 20 laps is completed. Tyler Shell has found his way to position number 4, moving up yet another position. After starting in position number 13, I think it was, he should be plus 9 at the moment down the bottom right of your screen. He's actually plus 10. So he started 14th, sorry, outside of that 7th row. And at the moment, he is tonight's hard charge, so we'll chat to your top 3, plus the hard charger, Timothy Smith at the moment, holding on to position number 3, now having to alter his line late in this race. Shell going to work it upstairs, trying to get a run on the outside of Timothy Smith, and that might open up the eyes for the 86 car. Shell stays mid-track. Here comes Aiden Forster with a run through 1 and 2 on the outside of the 85 car of Shell. It's a drag race down into turn number 3. Again, couple of different lines being utilised for 3rd, 4th and 5th place drivers of Smith, Forster and Shell. Forster's got 4th at the line. Meanwhile, Tanner Pettit trying to come after your race leader of Kenny Hoffman. Boy, here he comes, Tanner Pettit with a run on the outside. Challenge for the race lead with 11 laps left to run. Who is going to get the job done here in tonight's A-main event at the line with 11 to go? It's still the 11 car of Kenny Hoffman. Through the middle he goes. He might just get caught out from the driver's run on the outside of turn number 1 and 2. Pettit again through the middle, slides it up to the, no, I'm not going to say cushion, but sliding it up to the marbles at the line. 10 to go. It is still Kenny Hoffman just by the skin of his teeth. 85 1,000th of a second, and there is your top 4 on screen. Hoffman, Pettit, Smith and Shell. Not far away, it's about a second away back to Aiden Forster, new race leader at the line. Give it to Tanner Pettit. He got it by 49 1,000th of a second. He was a 10th and a half quicker than what was Kenny Hoffman there on the previous lap. Now with 8 to run off turn number 4. Here comes Shell diving down to the inside. And the posse trying to take one away from the invaders. Here comes Shell with a slide jump into 1 and 2 on Tanner Pettit and Kenny Hoffman. Pettit comes back to the inside down the back straight away. Shell and Pettit. Pettit stuck low. Shell, oh no, Hoffman and Shell come together. Hoffman and Shell come together. Oh. He was just, I think he was always going to get him. I think he was always going to get him. Yep. All right, we're going to make this call. Unfortunately, Kenny Hoffman is about to get sent to the rear of the field. And sometimes you got to make these make these hard decisions. All right. So looking at the replay, a couple of factors involved in this one, but going to give this to the primary course because I believe he was always going to come up and hit the side of the 85 car. The 11 car of Kenny Hoffman comes up and hits the left rear of Tyler Shell. So the primary cause is going to go to the 11 car of Kenny Hoffman. Yeah, but you had a fair bit of speed. You were always sliding up. You were always going to, even if he was staying in his line, you were always going to get him. All right, so, back to that camera angle. Back there, so Kenny Hoffman does get the EOL, and of course, with that, he may as well go in and get his fast repair. And sometimes you got to make these tough decisions, but you know what? I'm not afraid to make them. Some people like it, some people don't. Some people are scared to make it, some people aren't. Me, it just does not bother me. To me, everybody's a name and number out there, regardless of what kind of friendship we might have. friendships get put on hold when I am a broadcaster and a race control official. So anyhow, back to what is going to be hopefully the final 7 laps. Tanner Pettit, Aidan Forster and Tanner Miller will restart in the top 3 position. We go green flag action. And keep an eye on Aidan Forster as well. He ran the complete topside in 1 and 2 right up into the marbles, so we'll see what he can do. Ty Schoberlock up to position number 4. Ashton Miller now in position number 5. Yellow is out. Do this. All right, that's going to go on the 01 car of Cody Bodie. Just caught the wall. He's already back in the pits. I'm just going to move him to the end of the line. Chad, if you want to go 1 to green off turn number 4, you're more than welcome to. If not, again, I'm happy for it to just to restart whenever you like. All right, so Cody Bodie going to get charged with the end-of-line penalty on that one. Just a real simple mistake is what we'll call it. And you know what? These things do happen, especially at a track like Williams Grove Speedway. And looks like we are 1 to green, 6 to run. All right, waiting for the green to come back out. Tanner Pettit in the 24. 3 miles away from victory lane. So work it up for turn number 4. We're back to racing here at Williams Grove Speedway for the AcesUp Sim Sports 410 Wings Sprint Car Series. G-Force look good there in the middle of 1 and 2, trying to run down the teammate of Tanner Pettit. Last night they went 1, 2 and 3. Will they go and get another 1-2 here this evening in 410 Wing Sprint Car competition? Look at the different line that Forster runs compared to Tanner Pettit. Pettit was half a tenth quicker there on the previous lap. I get the feeling that this may change here, because here comes Aidan Forster with a run on the outside on his teammate. Pettit to the inside, a drag race to the start-finish line, and Aidan Forster was nearly 3 tenths quicker. It's 2.5 seconds. He was a quarter of a second quicker, and he jumped the cushion, got into the guardrail. And that could be the mistake that Tanner Pettit wanted from Aidan Forster in the 20 car. That may have just sealed the deal. He may have just signed a check to become the 410 Wing Sprint Car feature winner here at Williams Grove Speedway. There is 3 to run, so that is 1.5 miles in distance. We're not going and we're not done with just yet. Now it does come back on the 84 car. Well, slides down the track, but also he's sort of sliding out. So they're both going to be at the back anyway, so it doesn't really matter. So let's turn that on and off. All right, so upon looking at the replay, the 84 car gets right on the inside of the 6 car. The 6 car was coming down the racetrack. The 84 car, the rear end looked like it was just sort of sliding up a bit. Seeing as though both cars are at the back, there's going to be no further penalties on that one. And yeah, from my end, Chad, we're good to go if the drivers are 1 to green. If not, just let them go for 2 to green. All right, so they have been changed to 1 to green. So, little racing deal between Bryce Hohenstein and Scott Thomason in the 6 car. There we go. Had to brighten the track up on the other screen as well. A green-white checker. Not overtime just yet. Just A fun little 2-lap sprint to the end. Aidan Forster needs to get up on the wheel if he wants to have a shot at victory here in the 410 Wing Sprint Cars. Thanks to AcesUp Sim Sports here at Williams Grove Speedway. 2 to run for Tanner Pettit, Aidan Forster and Tanner Miller, your top 3. Again, we'll chat to your hard charger later on, but we'll find out who that is going to be. They'll make it into 3 and 4 for what could be the penultimate time. Again, once they get to the start-finish line, that's it. All bets are off. We go one more lap around Williams Grove Speedway. And Tanner Pettit, who started on the front row, started on pole position. It took him a while. He lost the lead. It took him a while to get back to the front. But as he works it into 3 and 4, your AcesUp Sim Sports 410 Wing Sprint Car Series feature winner here from Williams Grove Speedway is going to be Tanner Pettit. Second will go to Aidan Forster. Third at the line is going to be Tanner Miller. It was a car flipping wildly across the front, down the front straightaway, across the start-finish line. As his official results coming up on screen, Tanner Pettit gets the win over Aidan Forster in second. Tanner Miller third. Tyler Shell back to fourth position after having go to the rear of the field with an incident with Kenny Hoffman. He'll come home position number 4, and I believe that's going to put him as the hard charger. We'll get confirmation on that one. No, Ty Schoberlot goes plus 11. He comes home in 5th position. He is tonight's hard charger. So well done to both Tyler and Ty, picking up 10 and 11 positions. Wyatt Schuhart home in 6th. 7th, we've got to Chase Stewart. Ashton Miller 8th. Connor Dudek 9th. Cody Bodie rounds out your top 10. Then the rest of the field, Kenny Hoffman in 11th. 12th, Bryce Hohenstein. Scott Thomason in the 6th. Will come home 13th. Timothy Smith 14th. Josh Whiteman to round out the top 15. And of course, Dylan Ayler only finishing some 27 laps. He's 8 laps down in 16th position. Well, we'll go down trackside and chat to your top 3, but also tonight's hard charger also. And that is going to be the 17 car of Ty Schoberlock. And Ty, I'll tell you what, buddy, hell of a run here from you tonight, from 16th plus 11 positions to grab a top 5 after 35 laps. You must be happy with that one.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I mean, it's been a while since I've got interviewed, so that's definitely a plus. But, yeah, this new build, it's kind of thrown a lot of us for a curveball. We're still trying to get some things figured out, ironed out here and there, and we're starting to get there slowly but surely. Tried a couple things there right before the feature, not much to lose starting all the way in the back. And I think it was definitely better. We're heading in the right direction, but we still got a ways to go.
What's been the biggest challenge over the last couple of weeks, having to sort of relearn? I don't want to say relearn everything, but adjust to the patches and the updates that iRacing give you?
Yeah, so the tough part is we had an awesome baseline we were working with that could do well any track, really, 410 and 360. And really the whole baseline, we're still just trying to figure it out. The same adjustments kind of work. The track is also noticeably falling off a lot harder. And I believe tire wear is kind of an issue again. Initially on the first version of this build, in a 30-lap race, your tires were gone by lap 20 if you pushed it too hard. And then they kind of made it to where it didn't do anything, just like the old build, and now it's tough again. So, yeah, like I said, we need to kind of work out that baseline some more, and then we'll be set.
Well, Ty, congratulations on what was a 5th place finish. Your hard charger here tonight for the AcesUp Sim Sports 410 Wing Sprint Car Series after starting all the way at the back of this field in 16th position. Ty, before we let you go, we'll let you thank everyone involved on this 7E car that makes it possible for you.
Yeah, Trevor Meyer out at M9. Me and him put a lot of work in together, trying to get these sets better. Also, Racecraft Academy, Next Level Racing, Penguin RC, and Ritz Motorsports Photography. And thank you for putting this on. I appreciate it.
Here we go, guys. Ty Schoberlock, your hard charger here tonight from 16th plus 11 positions, driving all the way up to position number 5. We'll chat to your top 5 home in 3rd place tonight. It's going to be the 9 car of Tanner Miller. And Tanner, congratulations on this 3rd place finish here tonight. Well, I don't think it's appropriate for me to repeat that, but boy, I tell you what, 3rd place finish when it's all said and done. Are you happy with the result?
Yeah, I'm pretty happy with this, man. I did not expect the top 3, especially with how the race started. Unfortunately, I got into Kenny on lap 1. I thought he was going to win it. He was out there zooming, especially when the bottom was in. But once the top came around, I was just out there trying to ride around. I didn't think I put anything too good together tonight, but I was on the comms and I was saying like, hey, I think an accident's about to happen, and sure enough, 3 cars in front of me wreck, and at that point, I was just trying to hold off for that top 3 spot.
How nervous do you get late in this race, knowing that at that stage you were in a podium position, then you had guys that were trying to take that podium position away. How nervous were you, sort of rolling around under yellow on that final green white checker run?
Man, that sucked. It actually started before that. I think it was like lap 8 or lap 9. We started up, and I can hear the car behind me, right, and he's right there, and I somehow must have pulled away, and then I think another caution happened, and I'm like, dude, I did not need this with a couple laps to go. Like, I was doing fine. I think I had a half a second over him, and yeah, that green white checker, that was pretty nervous, man. I mean, my arms are kind of hurting, man. It felt like a workout out there.
Well, Tanner, congratulations on a third place finish here tonight. Before we let you go, mate, we'll let you thank everyone involved on this 9 car that makes it possible for you.
Yeah, absolutely. This is actually my debut of the 9 car, the EPI number 9. So I want to say shout out to them. I'll probably be running my pro car for the rest of the year. So shout out to EPI, shout out to Sean English, shout out to the Buck Stops here, Process of Illumination, AcesUp, SimSport, all the guys at STR as well. We got it in top 3 tonight, man. We'll take that.
Well, Tanner, congratulations on the third place finish. Hopefully we'll see you back next week for another round of the 410 Sprint Car Series. Well done.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
There we go. Tanner Mill, the third place driver here tonight. Time in second spot tonight is going to be the 20 car of Aiden Forster. And Aiden, well, second place finish here tonight at Williams Grove Speedway. I'm going to say late in that race you went to the top side, and that car looked lightning quick, but just a couple of little mistakes that probably cost you and hurt you there in the end.
Yeah, I drove over my head there. I made way too many mistakes for my liking during that race, but we'll learn from it and come back better next week.
This track, again, we put it to the drivers. We all know that, and it's well-known fact that I do not like coming here with broadcasted races. Different side, different story when I'm actually in the race car. I think this is one of the best racetracks there is on the service, but it was put to the drivers to make this one interesting, and I'm going to say it was interesting for the most part. It looked like you had a number of different lines to choose from. Is that the way that you've seen it as well?
Yeah, there was quite a few lines. I just couldn't run any of them good, but I got lucky there that they got tangled up, and I was able to get a clean line up top and was able to put together a couple laps, but stuffed it in the wall there behind Tanner and let him get away. But we'll take the 1-2. That's good for our points, good for the team, and we'll come back better next week.
I'm sure throughout the course of the night, there could have been countdowns on when the leader was going. If he's a teammate of yours, no doubt there was definitely not a call out, a countdown for that final green white checker there on that final run.
Yeah, I did not time that too good. He got a really good start. Just the grip you got to chase the grip on this new build, and that was the challenge the whole night, was to find the grip and chase it, and that's what I struggled with there. But we were able to get a little bit better at the end, but just a few too many mistakes.
Well, Aiden, congratulations on the runner-up finish here tonight. Before we let you go, once again, we'll let you thank everyone involved on this number 20 car.
Yeah, I'd like to thank you for putting on the stream. It's good to, it's a nice quality to have you put on the stream and like watching it back after see what we did wrong. I like to thank Speed Shot 51, Trackside Collective, and Tanner Pettit. He built some of the best setups on the game, and can't appreciate it.
Aiden, well done on the runner-up finish here tonight, mate. Congratulations.
Thank you.
There we go, Aiden Forster, your runner-up driver here tonight. Did I say runner-up? Hopefully I said runner-up, not the win. Speaking of the win, Tanner Pettit comes away with the victory here tonight in the number 24 car. Tanner, congratulations on this victory. Well, you led the first part of that race. You got passed by Kenny Hoffman, then you had to try and run him down, and that you did. And then you go back to the race lead. When it's all said and done, after 35 laps, you're victorious. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling fantastic after that one. That was a really, really good race. I was sitting down front early, and without the mirrors, I mean, you really don't know where to be or where to go. And Kenny got around me there finally. I know Aiden was showing his nose, and then even later, Tyler was throwing a bomb out of nowhere. But I felt like I was doing a good job of keeping them behind me, and then they all got together, which was unfortunate for them, but that was sort of fortunate for me.
And how tough is it like I said, with no mirrors on, how tough is it to, to make sure that you're in the fast line, and if someone else finds that fast line, like what Kenny did there in the opening part of that race, how tough is it to, to try and get your mojo back to get back to the race lead after, giving up the lead?
Oh, it's super tough. Because especially when you're leading it, you're really only running one line, and whichever line you chose from the beginning, so you don't get to feel out the racetrack. And those guys behind you are feeling it out, top, bottom, middle. They're all passing each other, and when they get by you, they know exactly what the track's like, and then you kind of almost have to search around. Kenny was sticking to the bottom, in which that's kind of where I was running, and once I got to him, I knew I had to switch it up in order if I wanted a chance to pass him, and luckily the top prevailed for me.
Well, Tanner, congratulations on the victory here tonight at the Williams Grove Speedway for the AcesUp SimSports 410 Wings Sprint Car Series here at Williams Grove Speedway. Tanner, before we let you go, mate, we'll let you thank everyone involved on this 24 car that made it all possible for you.
Yeah, I just want to thank most of all Ryan and Aiden for sticking with me at speedshop51.com. I'm working hard trying to build some premium setups over there, and looks like we're doing great at it so far.
Tanner, congratulations on the win. We'll look forward to seeing you back next week, mate. Well done.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
There we go, Tanner Pettit, your winner here tonight from the Williams Grove Speedway, which will, of course, wrap up the AcesUp SimSports 410 Winged Sprint Car Series from Williams Grove Speedway. Again, just to recap on what we've just witnessed here tonight, of course, it all started with qualifying. Tanner Pettit went fastest in qualifying. He picked up the win in heat race number 1 from the pole position, while Aiden Forster picked up the win in heat race number 2 from the from that second row, from position at number 3, which of course set our 16-car field for 35 laps. And, well, it was Tanner Pettit who led probably the first 8 or 9 laps before Kenny Hoffman got to the lead, and unfortunately involved in a little incident late in that race, which sent him to the back of the field. And, well, Tanner Pettit got back to the race lead, and he was able to hold off Aiden Forster and Tanner Miller. Tyler Shell back from the back of the bus from 14th to position at number 4. That is plus 10. But, of course, tonight's hard charger, Tysh Overlock, going from position number 16 all the way to position number 5. He was your hard charger here for the AcesUp SimSports 410 Wings Sprint Car Series live from Williams Grove Speedway here in Mechanicsburg, Pennsylvania. Well, that'll do it for us here on Ultimate Dirt TV. We don't have too much going on for next week, but I can tell you right now, we will be back Wednesday night, about 9:15 Eastern, for the AcesUp SimSports 360 Winged Sprint Car Series from... Let me tell you. We're going to Lucas Oil Speedway. So, again, we'll look forward to seeing you next Wednesday night. And, of course, next Thursday night, back with Chaos Dolphins and Turn 3 Racing Network. You'll be headed to the Cedar Lake Speedway for what is round number 5 of that series. But until then, on behalf of the team here at Ultimate Dirt TV and the management behind the scenes, I'm Brett Wheeler, signing off, saying good night.